Hi, good evening. Welcome to Jeet's Academy. Today's topic, optimism, optimistic person, right? How to be an optimistic person. Don't try to be pessimistic, be optimistic. We'll more first focus on what is optimistic, and then hope you people are able to see the screen. Okay, right now it's visible. Okay, optimism. Okay, so first lesson. This will divide in two parts. First is optimism, optimistic. So let's go with the what is optimism? Let me define optimism in a simple way. Do remember this. Optimism is a feeling, a belief, a hope that outcome will be positive, favorable, and desirable. I repeat, optimism is a feeling, a belief, a hope that outcome will be positive, favorable, and desirable. So always be optimistic. Let me show you one good example which almost everyone uses to understand optimism. Which one are you? What do you see? Half full or half empty glass? Right? Half full glass is someone who is an optimistic approach. So are you optimistic? Great. So you need to train your brain to be more optimistic. Okay. Now let's take another slide. Optimistic. Here you can see, as I told you, what is optimistic? Optimistic is a feeling, a belief, and a hope. So you can see the picture, the different sides. So it's a belief system that each of them are believing they can do the job. It's a picture of a circus where elephant is passing from one side to another side by jumping, and monkey is ready to hold the elephant with his hands. Now you can find with this picture a belief, a hope that positive thing will happen, favorable and desirable outcome will come, right? Not an pessimistic approach where such a heavy elephant, monkey thinking about such a heavy elephant, can I? Oh, there's no can I. Believe you can, right? Hope things will be better. That's the quality of optimism. That's a very good quote by Dalai Lama. I generally don't always say never involve politics, religion into teaching. But this quote is so good by him. Take it as just a quote. Choice to be optimistic is it feels better. Great. It's a great one. To be optimistic, take responsibility. Right? Take responsibility. Own the problem. Take active steps to change. Believe that you can overcome. Feel responsible to find problems. Take responsibility. Let's take an example. Take responsibility. In my class, let's say in our class, there is an assignment where faculty is saying who is going to do the job. So, not waiting for the opportunity that professor will give you, grab the opportunity, right? Take a responsibility, sir, I can. Another example is who has thrown all chocolate packets in our classroom. Now take the responsibility. How can I take the responsibility? If possible, inform the professor, sir, shall I remove it and throw it in the bin? Take responsibility. Right? Good example. Now let's talk about own the problem. The day you have this thought process of problem, let's say it's Jitender sir's problem. Hey, current is not there, Jitender sir's problems. Now when you think that okay, this problem, if it comes to me, what should I do? You own it, right? It's not a perfect example, right? Perfect example is teamwork, right? Individual should own it, right? Take active steps to change. If someone in this class believes the change, they will not change, change is not required, then please get into past and see how you were when you were a kid in first class, in 10th class, and now change is there. Change is part of life, right? Right? But then change within, right? With a process. People, I find people changing the directions. If things are not happening, they change, right? They don't take active steps, right? Change. You really need to believe in yourself, right? Believe that you can overcome. It's a simple, there's no example required for this. Any challenges which you have it, people who are optimistic, they'll take it as a challenge and overcome it. People who are pessimistic, they will think that problem is the part of their life, right? The same situation, one will say it's a problem, another will say it's a challenge, right? So believe that you can overcome anything, everything. Yes, you need some time for specific cases, but yes, you can. Feel responsible to find problem, right? Let's move to the next slide. Positive outlook towards life. Believe that things will work out at the end. The story of a thirsty crow. I'm not going to play the video right now, right? But all of us know the story of the thirsty crow. Two takeaways from that story. Positive outlook on life, right? Believing that things will work out in the end. Remember that crow, when the water was down, he added one or two pebbles and he has seen the change in the water level, and that made him believe that his work will give him result. He started putting more pebbles and the water came up and he drank. So believe that things will work out at the end, right? When you believe and you see the minor change, you tend to get that confidence and you end up achieving your target. Yeah. Why should I be optimistic? So, okay, if you are optimistic, you'll have a good health. You will be motivation. You'll have a more. Who knows? You may be motivating many right now also as a student, right? Lack of fear. Optimistic will not be afraid, right? High self-esteem. High self-esteem. Now, self-esteem is our next day topic, so I'll not say much about it, right? Feeling of everything is going to go well. Think good, feel good, good will come to you. I always say this. I always say this. People like to be with you. If you're optimistic, people like to be with you. If you think that people are avoiding you, it may be different reasons, but you check by yourself. Don't see why they are avoiding. Just see, are you optimistic? An optimist looks at the problem and try to find out outside reason. He's not stuck to the problem, right? He'll find the outside reason. Before starting the lesson 2, right? We have understood about optimistic. Before starting lesson 2, let's get the important 6 ways to train your brain. 6 ways to train your brain. How do I do that? Find the purpose in your work and life. Do acknowledge negative events. Avoid blaming self and anyone. View situation as a temporary one. Expect further positive events in the future. Expect further positive events in the future. Very important. Be more proactive. Again, proactive is another topic for a day. After self-esteem, we'll go with proactive. So, how to train your brain? I repeat, 6 ways to train your brain. Find purpose in your work and life. Do acknowledge negative events. Avoid blaming self and anyone. View situation as a temporary one. Expect further positive events in the future. Be more proactive. Focus on the 6 points. And this will help you to train your brain. Okay. Now let me stop for the moment. Let's take a break and then we'll